All right, everybody. A little bit of technical difficulty there getting our stream going, but it looks like we're ready to go now. Just finished up heat number 1 of event 27, the men's 100 fly. Looked like Logan White from Olivet taking that one, 57.96.
Logan White. Heat number 2. This is starter.
Got 5 total heats here of the 100 fly. Top seed Julian Cami out of Calvin at 46.8. It's 46.1 on the 4 med last night.
Yeah, that's already ahead of the meet record set by Ben Catton in 2022. So, and Ben's in this event as well, so it should be some fireworks this evening in that event.
Yeah, Ben's record sits at 47.4.
All right, heat number 2, we got Alma College, John Bierbauer in lane 1. Lane 2, Olivet, Landon Morgan. Lane 3 from Calvin, Tater Ring. Lane 4 from Hope College, Sam Albrecht. Lane 5 from Albion College, Mason Rose. Lane 6 from Albion College, Jacob Hyde. Lane 7 from Alma College, Andrew Barrett. And lane 8 from the University of Olivet, Trey Gabrielson.
When we look at that team race, we've got Calvin top seed, along with Forrest Peterson seated at 3rd. Jazz Whitney at 7th. And then we have 3 Hope swimmers that are sandwiched in between there as well.
Well, hopefully this evening can be just as good as last night. I don't know if that's possible. Those results were coming fast and fierce and exciting.
Solid 54.1 there from Mason Rose.
Yeah, a little 3.5 second drop there from Mason Rose from, Landon Morgan there, 53.95.
Still waiting for Meet Mobile to update with those 4 IM results.
In lane 1 from Hope, Max Reed.
We do have heat 3 in the water here. Hope College, Max Reed in lane 1. Lane 2, AJ Zako. Lane 3 from Calvin, Corey Campbell. Lane 4 from Calvin, Forrest Peterson. Lane 5 from Albion, Ethan Boersma. Lane 6 from Hope College, Braden File. Lane 7 from Hope College, Justin Nishaw. And lane 8 from Alma College, Max Nielsen.
First of our circle seeded heats. That means our number 3 seed there is in lane number 4, Forrest Peterson.
22-0 on the way out. He means business already here.
Pretty solid out.
I would say.
23-1 from Corey Campbell.
Certainly looking sub 48 in the morning here for Forrest Peterson of Calvin. Corey Campbell, man, I've been really admiring his underwaters all week, and he's done a nice job there.
Nice, 47.7 there from Forrest Peterson. That's a great morning swim.
That will do. That'll certainly get him into the championship final. Looking Corey Campbell there, 50.88.
Heat number 4. This is starter.
We're into heat number 4. Already into the water, we've got Ethan Wayne in lane 1. In lane 2, Ben Wickhart. Lane 3, Graham Eisenman. Lane 4, your meet record holder, Ben Catton. Lane 5, Connor East. Lane 6, Cooper Osgood. Lane 7 from K College, Alden Urquhart. Lane 8 from K College, Andre Fouquet.
Catton looks like he's taking it out nice and long, 22-0 on the way out.
Yeah, right there with Peterson here. This looks like it's going to be a nice little heat. Man, this is going to be a great throwdown tonight.
It is going to be a race. Coming off his 3rd wall, see this underwater from Ben.
At 47.71 is the time to beat there from Forrest Peterson and Calvin University. Ben's going to take this here, 48.46.
Second and 3rd place times there, well in front of the 2nd and 3rd place times from the last heat as well. Connor East at 50.1, Eisenman at 50.28.
This is our 5th and final heat. This one has our top seed of the weekend. That's Julian Cami from Calvin University. Lane number 1 from Calvin, Stephen Devon. Lane 2 from Calvin, Vlad Mullen. Lane 3 from Calvin, Jazz Whitney. Lane 4, your aforementioned top qualifier from Calvin, Julian Cami. Lane 5 from Hope College, Colin Kalkman. Lane 6 from Hope, Joel Cummins. Lane 7 from Calvin, Jake Schotenhaus. And lane 8 from Alma, Ryan Gray. Boy, that looks pretty easy right there from Cami.
Another 22-0 on the way out. Really feels like tonight may come down to who's got it on the back half.
It was 46 low last night, right on the medley. I mean, that's
46-3.
Yeah, that's not slow. Kalkman had a great evening last night, led off the medley in 48. Also went 20-point low there on the 2-free relay.
Colin roaring home here. Reeling Cammy back in, probably
48-8.
shut it down just a little bit.
Yep, 48-8, 49-3 there from Kalkman. Last year it took 50.87 to get into that championship final. I think we're going to be a little bit faster than that.
I believe.
16th was 57.18. But I think that event was pretty darn tough.
100-yard butterfly. We will have 3 heats. Heat number 1.
3 heats coming up of the women's 100 fly.
That does mean your top qualifier tonight will be Forrest Peterson at 47.71. That's a heck of a morning swim and really sets up a great showdown. 3 heats here. This is heat number 1. In lane 1, we've got Emma Figlewitz. Lane 2, Danny Reese. Lane 3, Maria Funt. Lane 4, Sydney Sande. Lane 5, Sydney Valenti. Lane 6, Olivia Bagwell. And lane 7, Lauren Bailey. Boy, Sande was impressive last night on the end of that 200 freestyle relay.
Yes, she was.
Goodness. 22.5, I believe.
22.5. 26.8 on the way out there from Sunday. So we're jumping right into circle-seated heats here with only 3 heats of the women's 100 fly.
See that 26.48. She looks like she's on pace to hit that time this morning. Really just about getting that spot in the championship final.
Sydney up fairly quick for a butterflyer there. Not really stretching out the underwaters, but certainly getting it down on top of the water. Solid 57.4 there from Sydney.
That should work. Last year it took 101.09 to make it into the championship final. That was actually Danny Reese here. He just finished third, 59.95. So great swim there in lane number 2 from Danny Reese of Alma College. 16th was 111.67.
In lane number 1 from Calvin, Lonnie Terlotsky. Lane 2 from Calvin, Kristen Winkle. Lane 3 from
All right, we're into heat number 2 here. Lane 1, Melina Zubranovsky. Lane 2, Kristen Winkle. Lane 3, Ani Schnell. Lane 4, Greta Gidley. Lane 5, Hannah Fathman. Lane 6, Maddie O'Donnell. Lane 7, Sarah Kate Finks. And lane 8, Michaela Machuno. So kind of a clash of champs here. You got Hannah Fathman, who took down the 50 last night, and Greta Gidley, who took down the 200 IM.
Yep.
Gidley's your 2 seed, 54.87 coming in the meet.
26.1 on the way out there for Greta.
Top time so far, Sydney Sande, 57.45.
Greta smooth in 55.13. That is a new MIAA championship record there. Taking down the 55.48 from Maggie Farrell, who's coming up in the next heat.
With the heat in time of 55.13 seconds from Hope, Greta Gidley. Heat number 3, Mrs. Carter.
Okay, into the water. Here's heat number 3. Lane 1, Elizabeth Deluski. Lane 2, Natalie Fisher. Lane 3, Sadie Norman. Lane 4, Maggie Farrell, your top qualifier. Lane 5, Sage Gettings. Lane 6, Lauren Miedema. Lane 7, Jory Cho. And lane 8, Kelsey Lawson. Maggie Farrell is your event record holder coming into this event. She's out in 25.19. Everybody else here giving chase. You got 27.0 from Sadie Norman, 28.32 from Sage Gettings. Natalie Fisher looks really good there in lane 2, 28.13. Hudsonville High School product in lane 2.
Farrell's trying to make a little bit of a statement after watching Greta swim.
I would say so. That's going to be a great race tonight. Another one.
The nice piece about circle seating.
Yep, kind of give you a little tease about what it's going to be. 55.14. Greta was 55.13, so that's about as close as we can get for this this evening. Setting things up well.
Feels like it's setting up for a great night. National rankings right now, we have Maggie Farrell's sitting 4th in the nation with her 54.84. Greta's 5th with her 54.87. So they are
some fast swimming going on here in Holland, Michigan this weekend and all around the MIAA. It's exciting to see at the Division III level. All right, into the water here, heat 1 of 5. We got the 200 freestyle for the men. Lane 3, Bailey Milleroff. Lane 4, Luke Lawson. Lane 5, Seth Stahl. Last year, your top qualifier, graduated Mr. Jake Harris, 141.28. 8th place was Alex Boersma, 143.43. And your 16th place was Nick Johns of Albion, 149.30. I think we've been pretty much faster across the board all weekend this year. So, you know, not by leaps and bounds, but we're faster. So you're going to have to do a little bit more work to make it back to these championship finals.
Absolutely.
It's Bailey Milleroff, 25.48 from K College.
And the top 8 qualifiers for the men's 400-yard individual men's.
Top time in the nation right now, James McChesney from College of New Jersey, 135.95.
Third, Bishop Carl. Second, Alex Pierce. And the top seed with a time of 3 minutes 58.02 seconds from Calvin University, Eric Chaplin.
Took 50.85 to make it back there in the men's one fly.
Yeah, that's cooking. That'll do. Looks like we got in that men's race there. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 Calvin guys, 4 Hope guys.
4 and 4.
Should be an exciting race, and those between 4 and 8 separated by about 1.5 seconds. So really, anything can happen.
Bailey Milleroff moving through the 150, 125.64.
Looks like about 157, 156 pace there for Mr. Milleroff. So Eric, you had the privilege of watching the races last night. What stood out for you? What was your most exciting race of the night last night? You had a lot to choose from.
Oh boy, I can't not pick Hannah Fadman, one of my former athletes.
There you go.
Lifetime best by about 0.2 of a second, the
Love
53.
It. A new MIAA record, right?
Yep. Looks like she has a little bit more left in the tank. But watching the second fastest time there in the nation, and Greta Gidley as well, that 2 IM.
Yeah, fantastic.
When you're going 200 at the MIAAs, that's breaking your own MIAA record. You're doing some good work there.
That's no slouch. That's Bailey Milleroff there taking heat number 1, 156.67. That's your time to beat so far.
That women's one fly stacking up to be a good race tonight. We've got 4 swimmers, 57.7 and under. Greta Gidley.
A lot of MIAA championships there in that top 3 for sure. Sydney and Hannah and Greta all.
We're missing Maggie Farrell on the board.
You're right, that'll get updated for sure. Throw Maggie Farrell into it, it's going to be even better.
There you go.
All right,
felt like something was missing there.
Yeah, heat number 2, lane 1, Matthew Brown. Lane 2, Peter Crudelli. Lane 3, Justin Beckrow. Lane 4, Will Ballas. Lane 5, Nick Johns. Lane 6, Seth Kading. And lane 7, Bo Reeder. Once again, 156.67 is your time to beat this morning from Bailey Milleroff of K College. We're 24.85 on the way out here for Will and from Calvin in lane 4.
Fifth, Sophia Kortmacher. Fourth, Grace Wesley. And third, Ashley Swinkwood. Qualifying second, Paige Potter.
It's the last of our straight seeded heats before we get into the circle seeds.
I always love these heats, though, as a coach. You know, when you get a kid that pops off in one of these heats, they just really rip it up and go fast. Sometimes you can have a kid have a great swim in the circle seeded heats and it goes unnoticed.
Yeah.
These are great, though. I love these early heats. Like lane 4, Will Bales there. 1:19.75. Nick Johns and Albion having a great race here. Looks like Johns got some gas left.
Johns putting his legs into it, upping his tempo a bit. Getting after this 450. Johns, a senior out of Albion.
It's our new top time, 147.93 for Albion College. Once again, last year 143 to make it back in the top 8. 149.3. Nick Johns there was actually the number. So he's about 2 seconds faster this year than he was last year in the morning.
Very good.
Nice little 3.5 second PR, or excuse me, season best. All right, lane 1 from K College, Nick Harubis. Lane 2 from Hope College, Eric Keisling. Lane 3 from Calvin, Zach Logan. Lane 4 from Calvin, Jack Hulaga. Lane 5 from Hope, Alex Borsma. Lane 6 from Hope, Benjamin Dubé. Lane 7 from Calvin, Mike Wormeister. And lane 8 from Alma, Max Nielsen. It's like Jack there, 29.3. This is a really tight heat here.
Little heat from lane number 6 there as well. Dubé out 23.8.
What's your favorite strategy in the 2 free, Eric? When you're coaching a kid, you know, everybody obviously preaches that third 50. You get on it and go kind of guy, or back half?
I think early in my career it was we treated it more like just keep it nice and long in the first 100, but later on just go out after it. Yeah, if you train the way you should train, you should be able to go out pretty fast and still bring it home.
Been trying to keep my eye on those championship results over there at the ACC and the SEC and Big Ten level, and watching those boys race it. You're darn right. They just go out as hard as they can and see what's left.
It's a long sprint.
Exactly right. 1:16.77. Kalaga and Dubé from Hope are really doing battle here in lanes 4 and lane 5. Boy, I like what I'm seeing there in the legs from Jack Kalaga. Coming in seated 142.19, 147.93 was our top time. That's going to get knocked down here.
Leg, I believe, was right around 141.1 on the 8 freeze on Wednesday night.
It's going to be 142.70.
Two and a half second drop there for Ben Dubé.
Looks like the Knights are fired up about that one. That had to be a great swim. All right, we're into heat 4 now. Lane 1, you've got Bailey Smith of Hope College. Lane 2, Calvin University, Andrew Stimpert. Lane 3, Hope College, Connor Watkins. Lane 4 from Calvin, Charles Platt. Lane 5 from Hope College, Connor Halberg. Lane 6 from Calvin, Henry Fiffin. Lane 7 from Calvin, Carter Detweiler. And lane 8 from Alma, Brent Reel. Reel's the young man that was the 20-point in the 50 freestyle last night, right,
yes.
from Alma? Yeah, I'm expecting some big things here in the 200.
Stretching it out to the 200 now.
Yeah. Charles Platt's had a heck of a meet already here for Calvin. Then you got your sneaky 500 free champion up there in lane number 1, Bailey Smith. 23.12 from Charles Platt.
Bailey seated at 148.8. I'm guessing he didn't swim the 200 a whole lot this year.
I think that's probably a fair guess. Looking pretty good, but everybody's chasing Charles Platt in lane 4. Coming in seated at 142.09.
Bailey, little 140.4 on Hope's 8 free relay Wednesday night.
That's right, yeah. So he showed a little bit of speed there, no question. Out 48.5 there from Platt, 42.2 for Bailey Smith.
Your top seed in the women's 100-yard butterfly with a time of 55.13 seconds from Hope College, Greta Quigley.
Hope men certainly trying to stay in contact with Calvin in the team race. 6-point lead right now for Calvin, but every swimmer they get up in the bigs to match Calvin.
2 more nights of finals there, just so many points awarded, and man, with 6-point spread, that could be changed in an instant.
Happens quickly.
This heat's going to belong to Charles Platt. 26.2 on the third 50, and he's going to cruise in here looking like our top qualifier right now, 140.53.
Felt like a pretty cruisy 140 point there.
It looked like it. Bailey Smith, 141.45. Obviously, that's going to be a big jump in points there. Not unexpected there from your MIAA champion in the 500 free.
Brent Reel out there from Alma with his almost 4-second time drop. Should make it back, top 16.
You would think so. All right, Our fifth and final heat in lane 1, you got Alma College, Eli Mull. Lane 2 from K College, Zach Butters. Lane 3 from Calvin, Ryan Halberg. Lane 4, your top qualifier from Calvin, Josh Seidelman. Lane 5 from Hope College, Henry Booker. Lane 6 from Hope College, Kenny Pontius. Lane 7 from Calvin University, Addison Van Solen. And lane 8 from K College, Avery Jones.
Zach Butters from KZoo getting out after it, 23.5 on the way out.
I like it, right? Take your shot and let's see what we've got.
That's it. He was 143.4 on KZoo's 8 free Wednesday.
Seidelman looks really comfortable here.
I really like the way that Seidelman powers off the wall.
Really
Not a whole lot of
speed.
underwater dolphin kicks, but just carries that wall speed real well.
Like Pontius in lane 6 is having a heck of a swim there. East Grand Rapids kid swimming for Hope College. Booker turning on the gas here in lane 5. This heat's getting real bunched up. Mr. Butters might have overcooked the first 50 just a hair. He's 27.0 there. Booker 25.37 is really charging hard on the backside of this.
I like the strategy from Butters. You never know until you try.
Exactly right.
Gotta
You don't
go.
know. Yeah, exactly. And it looks like he's hanging tough still.
Booker putting together a great swim. Seidelman trying to come back on him a bit.
And nice little counter punch here. It looks like it's going to be Seidelman 142.14 to take heat 5. They're all looking up at Charles Platt from Calvin University. He's going to be our top qualifier. You have to think your top 3 there are probably safely into the championship final. Butters in there, 144.43. That's a great swim, down 2 seconds from his season time.
On to the women's 2 free. 4 total heats.
Yes, our championship record there in the 2 free is 137.39. That, certainly could be in danger this evening. On the women's side, we got the 2 free 149.65 set in 2006 by Becky Wima of Calvin. I think it's about time for that one to go down. It's been 18 years. I mean,
yeah, that was Becky was a little ahead of her time back then.
Sure.
She was, dynamite.
Well, based on what we saw from Isabella Gable on the 800 free relay, this is certainly in danger.
Absolutely.
All right, heat number 1, we got Anya Drunicki from Alma College. Lane 4, Kaylee Turner from Calvin. Lane 5 from Alma, Kylie Demeritz. 28.76 there from Kaylee Turner of Calvin. She's leading it out in the first heat of the 200. Top qualifier last year in the morning was Isabella Gable, 152.10. Katie Wheaton of Hope was your 8th qualifier, 159.75. And to get into that top 16, it was Haley Yoder, 204.47 from KZoo.
Qualifying for the A final in 8th, Connor Watkins. In 7th, Ryan Hallberg. In 6th, Connor Hallberg.
So, big shocker, men's 2 free results just popped up on the board. We've got 4 Hope and 4 Calvin in the final.
Looking at a little bit of a dual meet there in the championship final, but
wild.
Still lots of points to be had all over the place. That's lane 5 from Alma, really turning on the gas here in the back, in the middle 100. She was 30.7, now 31.4, taking off here in heat 1. Going to be Kylie Demeritz of Alma College taking heat 1, 204.06. That's a heck of a swim. Almost 6-second drop off her season best, and right in that contention to score in that championship top 16 final.
Last year it was 204.4, so certainly has a shot.
Absolutely. Anya there cruising in 229.92. That's going to be her season best time by a little over a second from Alma College. We're into heat number 2.
Over 6-second drop there for Kylie. Great swim. Good to have Hampshire back in the state.
Absolutely, yeah. Ian and I talked about that a little bit yesterday morning. What a good guy, and man, I feel like he's already really thrust a lot of excitement into the program, and boy, look out for the Scots in the years to come.
You bet. Had a chance to catch up to him last night during the diving.
All right, here we are, heat number 2, Calvin University, Maya Bedford. Lane 2 from Albion College, Bryn Kavanaugh. Lane 3 from Hope College, Katie Wheaton. Lane 4 from Hope College, Laura Wozniak. Lane 5 from Hope College, Maggie Monroe. Lane 6 from Alma, Grace Ludema. And lane 7 from K College, Ava Williams.
First circle seeded heat, number 3 seed there, lane number 4 from Hope, Laurel Wasiniak.
Laurel's actually up on our pool record board here at the Holland Aquatic Center with her times at Club Wolverine. 400 free relay and 800 free relay. Laurel's a heck of an accomplished swimmer and really continuing that trend here at Hope College. She was a member of that 200 freestyle relay championship winning team last night.
Last year, Laurel was the runner-up at MIAA's. Grace Ludema, lane number 6, one of my former swimmers.
53.7 out for Laurel. She's looking great so far. Once again, that time 2:04.47 to make it in the top 16. 1:59.75. Our best time so far is 2:04.06 from Kylie Demerits of Alma College. And Laurel's looking really nice here to be 152 possibly.
You bet. Say she's got it riding a little bit on cruise control. Good swim from Whedon at lane 3 as well.
Yep, 153, so yeah, it looks like let off the gas just a hair there on the back 50. 153.44 is going to be your top time so far. And that's a season best for Laurel by almost 3 seconds. Yeah, nice swim there from Ludema in lane 6, 2-second drop off her season best.
Fun fact, Grace hates swimming the 200 free.
There you go.
But scoring points for Alma.
Yeah,
so.
right. Probably didn't give her college coach nearly as much grief as her high school coach, right?
I doubt it.
Okay, we got heat number 3 now. Calvin University, Ashley Sapp. Lane 2 from Hope College, a senior, Maggie Horner. Lane 3 from Calvin University, Megan Benjelink. Lane 4 from Calvin, Emma Merkel. Lane 5 from Hope, Nora Martin. Lane 6 from Calvin, Jenna Pierce. And lane 7 from K College, Haley Yoder. Some more local flavor in this one. You got Emma Merkel from Granville High School, Meg Benjelink from Holland Christian. Jenna Pierce in lane 6 is also a Holland Christian graduate. $26.57 from Meg, led things out in lane 3, Meg Benjelink.
Emma Merkel, our 500 free champion in lane 4.
Exactly, yeah, Emma having a heck of a meet so far and really a heck of a season there for the Knights.
Absolutely.
She was a really nice swimmer last year as a high school senior, but she's gone to the next level here with Coach Gellerloos and Coach Sullivan over there in Calvin.
Getting that training environment with those girls pushing each other every day. And
tough to beat. Nora Martin had an explosive 500 freestyle yesterday morning, really turned on the gas, and it was Emma and Nora swimming the 500 next to each other yesterday. Yeah. It's like Emma's a little bit more about her business this morning, 29.12. She's on pace, again, 154, 153 here in the morning. Laura Wozniak, 153.44 was our top time so far. Jenna Pierce there in lane number 6 and Meg Benjelink there in lane number 3. A little bit more 50 freestylers by trade, stretching it out a little bit to the 200, trying to score points for the cause. 154 flat there for Emma Merkel. Should get her safely into the final. Season best time there for Maggie Horner in lane 2, 2:03.57.
Nora Martin dropping about 2 seconds, get down to 155.8.
It's going to be really important for her to keep that going if the Hope women have any shot at taking home this trophy tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Okay, we are into heat number 4, our 4th and final heat.
Excited to see if Gable goes after it here.
We'll see. We talked about it a little bit yesterday. You never want to have kids. You never want to have kids learning how to qualify slow. They're going to go to these bigger meets. They got to learn how to be fast in the morning. But and if you don't have to work too hard, why would you? But we'll see. Maybe she'll. Maybe she wants to knock Miss Wima off the board right away.
You bet.
You got lane 1, Madeline Mendez from Alma College. Lane 2 from Calvin University, Eden Mering. Lane 3 from Calvin, Becca Streelman. Lane 4 from Calvin, Isabella Gable. Lane 5 from Hope College, Delaney Weselick. Lane 6 from Hope College, Madeline Tesson. Lane 7 from Calvin University, Kaylin Ogg. And lane 8 from K College, Lily May. Isabella's got a great story. I was talking with Coach Gelderloos yesterday. She started her career at the University of Tennessee and then went to Lindenwood, and now this is her second year now at Calvin University, and continuing to swim fast at every stop. And everything Coach Gelderloos was really positive. Said she's an outstanding young lady and just finding their spot in the world where she wants to swim fast.
It's a great thing about NC2A swimming, and it's a little easier to transfer nowadays than it was back in the day.
It is, yeah.
Especially if you're, D1 to D3. But Greta Ridley as well spent some time at a D1 institution and found her way to the MIAA.
And having the time of her life by all rights and purposes. Same thing sounds like with Isabella Gable there. Lots of fast swimming going on. Delaney Weselick last night, boy, that end of the 400 medley relay was exciting. It's rare you get past and then pass back. Just an exciting race. I was watching the live stream along with everybody else, and boy, it was fun to watch.
Yeah.
152.1 here is going to be your top time. That's Isabella Gable.
50-point low split on the end of that 4-med relay to Weselick's 51.1.
Yeah, credit to both girls. That's fast swimming.
51.1's no slouch swim.
Exactly right.
She got eaten up a little bit, but then fought back. It was some good racing last night.
Definitely. So she'll be your top qualifier by about 1.5 seconds over Laura Wozniak, but sets up another, stop me if you heard this, Calvin versus Hope battle. All right, we're in event 31, the men's 100 breaststroke. So if you got a scratch, that's Jake Peterson again. Okay, lane number 1, Owen Schaff. Lane 2 from Hope College, Kellen Townsend. Lane 4 from Calvin, Tim Hayes. Lane 5 from Calvin, Anthony Crudelli. Lane 6 from K College, Eric Danielson. And lane 7 from K College, Daniel Kaselka. Tim Hayes, your third qualifier here, 56.33. A lot of big points here. Up for grabs. Looks like Calvin's going to be 1-2 at the halfway point.
Familiar swimmer there in lane number 2.
Yep, I was just thinking to myself, I don't want to go too crazy up here as a dad, but my son has never been under a minute here in the 100 breaststroke, and that's his goal, so we're hoping he can knock that out.
27.8 on the way out, certainly
it's doable.
Puts that into play.
He's certainly a sprinter. He goes out as hard as he can and then just sees what's left, so not quite how I did it, but hey, he's faster than I ever was.
Solid 56.4 there from Tim Hayes.
Nice swim, 56.46. That's going to be our top qualifier clearly in the first heat.
002 there from Kellen.
Oh yeah, he'll be happy with that. That's his best time. Just something different, 100.2 sounds so much, not quite like 59.9.
Yep. Only 27 hundredths of a second away, but
correct.
Sounds a lot different.
Great heat there for Calvin, getting a 56.4 and a 56.0. 57.0. That's going to be a great setup this evening for them. Both those guys should be safely into the championship final with those swims. Lane number 1 here, we got Matt Aragoni from Alma. Lane 2 from Calvin, Drew Schmidt. Lane 3 from Hope, Kyle Langdon. Lane 4, your number 2 qualifier from Hope, Christian Denitis. Lane 5 from Hope, CJ Gillengurten. Lane 6 from Calvin, Logan Yakubowski. And lane 7 from Hope, Jacob Bowers. And lane 8 from Albion, Esteban Sanchez-Sink.
Denitis out after at 25.9.
Comes in seated 55.99. If he's back anything under 30, he's going to be really, really happy with this one, is my guess. Kyle Langdon led lane number 3, a West Ottawa product. It's 57 on the medley last night, 55.04 from Christian Unitas. Our championship record was set by Albion in 2021, 54.46. That's Jake Huttenlocker. So that's certainly in danger this evening with 55.02 on the board.
That 55.0 puts him about 22nd in the nation right now. Get a little bit quicker and probably get an invite.
Heat number 3, Mr. Carter.
It's our third and final heat of the men's 100 breaststroke. Lane number 1 from Olivet, Landon Morgan. Lane 2 from Calvin, Luke Foll. Lane 3 from Calvin, Mohammed Abidja. Lane 4, your top qualifier from Calvin, Caleb Gemin. Lane 5 from Hope College, Christian Hoeksema. Lane 6 from Hope College, Riley LeGrand. Lane 7 from Albion, Andrew Woods. And lane 8 from Albion, Brennan Curry.
Gemin and Hoeksema battling it out there, lanes 4 and 5. Out 25.8, 26.2.
Very good swims there. Gemin's your returning returning champion at 55.12 last season. Took 57.93 to make the championship final last year, and 106.85 to make it in the top 16.
Quite a few exhibition swimmers in the 100 breaststroke.
Certainly. Looks like Gemin's going to take this heat. He's going to be your number 2 qualifier. Big swim there from Christian Hoeksema, 56.47.
55.3 for Gemin, just behind what we saw from Unitas in the last heat.
Women's 200 freestyle top 8. You got Streelman from Calvin in 8th, Ludema from Alma in 7th, Meg Benjelink from Calvin in 6th, Nora Martin from Hope in 5th, Delaney Westlick from Hope in 4th, Emma Merkel was 3rd, Laura Wozniak was 2nd, and your top qualifier from Calvin University, 152.12, that's Isabella Gable. All right, this brings us to the women's 100 breaststroke. Our championship record is 102.72, set in 2009 by Emily Roberts of Calvin University. Lane number 1, Natalie Vroon. Lane 2, Lizzie Minzenmeyer. Lane 3, Anya Hopik. Lane 4, Anna Stoll. Lane 5, Bella Turner. Lane 6, Abigail Mers. Lane 7, Lainey Boisenet from Alma. Anna Stoll, sorry, excuse me. Go ahead, Coach.
Last year took 108.7 to make it in top 8. 116.4 to be top 16. I wouldn't be surprised if those numbers are a little bit quicker this year.
Yeah, even on a third day of racing, these kids are still going hard. It's impressive to watch.
Anna Stoll out after it. Bella Turner staying right on her hip. Solid swims there, 105.99 from Anna and 106.44 from Bella. About a 2-second drop there from Anya Hopek of Calvin, going 108.9.
That's going to factor big. That'll get her, right on the cusp there of that championship final for Calvin.
Hate being third in a prelim heat, but
really leaves it up for discussion. There's a nice swim there in lane 7 from Boisenet of Alma. Down from 113 to down to 111. Heat 3, lane 1, Calvin University, Allie Hoover. Lane 2 from Kalamazoo, Mary Musenmeyer. Lane 3 from Calvin University, Elise Radowski. Lane 4, your top qualifier from Albion College, Maddie Smith. Lane 5 from Oak College, Lauren Ryle. Lane 6 from Calvin, Kaylin Kelly. Lane 7 from Olivet, Bridget Schroll. And lane 8 from Olivet, Erin Sanders.
I just let you go there, but this is heat 2.
Excuse me. I got excited. Well,
I love it.
Let's try it again here. We got our top qualifier, our second qualifier here, Elise Bajwa in lane number 4, Calvin University, 104.89. We'll let it play out. I'm not going to run through these guys.
Bajwa out in 30.4, closely followed by Dylan Horsley of Hope College, 30.6.
Yeah, Betty Remenschneider's not out of the race there in lane 3 as well.
Horsley putting together a great swim here.
You're not kidding. I just love the breaststroke. Everybody gets it done in such a different way.
Absolutely.
The only event, you go to the Olympics and, Bajwa got back in there, 105.12.
051 and 052.
That's your new top seed so far.
Maddie from Hope in lane number 3. Also 106.4 there, 2.5 drop.
Swimming exhibition there for Hope College in lane 3.
Those are the 2 fastest times we've seen. Also, Coach, this is a young field.
Yeah,
lots of freshmen. Both Bajwa and Horsley are top 2 times so far, both freshmen.
Good call, there's only 2 seniors in the entire event.
Anna Stoll's also a freshman, our number 3 time right now.
Now these 2 are your top 2 seeds last year in the prelims in the 100 breaststroke.
Maddie Smith was 102.1 on their 4 med last night.
Right.
And Lauren Ryle put together a great breaststroke leg on Hope's 4 med as well. Maddie Smith out after it, 28.9. I believe we're going to see our fastest time.
I think so.
That one breast record is 102.72.
Kind of exciting deal here. You've got the last 2 MIAA champions in the water right here. Maddie Smith 2 years ago, Lauren Ryle won last year. You can imagine there's a little bit of a personal rivalry here, I'm guessing.
I'm sure it's friendly.
Oh, absolutely. We'll see a little bit.
Maddie Smith, 102.57, new MIAA record.
There it goes. Emily Roberts from Calvin, 2009. She's excited. 102.57. That's clearly going to be our top time.
That 02.57 also sits in the top 10 in the nation right now.
Albion's going to be well represented at that NCAA D3 championship meet.
103.0, top 12 from Lauren Ryle.
Full 3.5 seconds down from her season best for Lauren Ryle. Elise Radowski there for Calvin, 108.47. That's going to be right on the edge there as well. Top 8 finishers there in the men's 100 breast. You got Woods from Albion in 8th, Danielson from KZoo in 7th, Gillen Girton from Hope in 6th, Crudelli from Calvin in 5th, Hoeksema from Hope in 4th, Tim Hayes from Calvin in 3rd, Gemmen, your returning champion from Calvin, was 2nd, and your top qualifier tonight with a time of 55.04 from Hope College, Christian Denitis.
That top 8's going to change a bit. They've got some exhibition. Gillen Girton's an exhibition swimmer, according to the psych sheet, unless that changed.
I think it may have because of Peterson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. We're into the men's 100 backstroke. Calling double duty in this. You got Ali DeCruz from Albion College in lane 3, Bailey Milleroff from K College in lane 4, Kyle Scheck from Alma in lane 5. We just saw Bailey in the 200 freestyle now.
That's
30
a double.
minutes later, here we go.
That's a double. Remember watching Tom Shields go the 2 free, 1 fly double.
Right. Cal Summer,
at
right?
NC's, yeah. At NC's, that was crazy.
Yeah. Cal Summer and, of course, an Olympian.
Yes.
If anybody can pull that off, it's those guys.
That was back in the day when they did the meat packets with the bios.
Oh, nice.
And so interview the swimmers between prelims and finals, and they put out a new media packet every night. And have a little athlete quote in there. His quote for the 1 fly was, "I just got done swimming the 2 free."
Leave me alone.
Yep.
Oh, that's Bailey there. 00.23 is going to take heat 1. He's excited. That dropped about 4 seconds.
4.5 second drop there.
Heat number 2,
Heat 2 here. Lane 1, we got Alma College, Fred Kelly. Lane 2, Seth Kading. Lane 3, Sam Albrecht. Lane 4, Colin Kalkman. Lane 5, Ted Turnage. Lane 6, Andre Fouquet. Lane 7, Mason Rose. I believe this is Colin Kalkman's debut in individual events this weekend. He was a couple of relays yesterday, but nothing individually. So one of Hope's best swimmers getting his first individual event in. Assuming he also swam the 1 fly earlier today, so he's doubled up. Sam Albrecht doubling up as well for Hope College. He was 1 fly and 1 back.
Current fastest time in the nation in D3 is held by Derek Moss, familiar name to many on the west side.
We've heard of him.
46.55 for, where is he? He's at New York University.
New York University. He's also the pool record holder here in the 100 back, 46.33.
Nice. Colin taking it out, 23.99.
Yeah, boy,
Pretty solid out.
Colin's a guy that really responds well to rest, all the way back to his days at MLA and at Holland Christian swimming for Coach Smingy. Just a big body that gets beat up and then does a dynamite job with rest, and he's really pushing those 15-meter marks, what I love to see.
Getting all the way out there. 49.6.
49.6 for Mr. Collin.
Right on his seed time.
That's your new top time. Collin was your top qualifier last year in this event, going into the finals 49.51. It took 53.69 to make the championship final and 106.01 to get into that top 16. We're into heat 3 here. Lane 1, Nathan Kasner. Lane 2, Cannon Rose. Lane 3, Zachary Hicka. Lane 4, David Bajwa. Lane 5, Ben Pickerel. Lane 6, Braden File. Lane 7, Evan Steele.
Zach Hicka let out Kazu's 4-med last night. 50, I think he was 51.6, 51.7.
Great swimming. Bajwa, 23.21. He's got to be in the running for Swimmer of the Year in the MIAA.
I would believe. .50 champ. Let out Calvin's 8 free relay. We'll see a new top time here.
Certainly, he's going to be 47.77 there. Calvin's
new championship meet record. Paul Ellis, 48.56. Not an MIAA record, however, a championship meet record.
Congratulations to him there, 47.77 in the morning. Something special tonight, I'm sure.
51.6 there from Zach Hicka, 50.8 from Ben Pickerel. K College throwing down some 100 backs there.
Yeah, Pickerel was into the championship final last year in 51, so 50.8 should get him right back there. Lane 1 from Olivet, Dylan Lyons. Lane 2 from K College, Fuzail Ahmed. Lane 3, Austin Martinson. Lane 4, your top qualifier, Charles Platt. Lane 5, Dallas Fisher. Lane 6, John McHugh. Lane 7, Jonathan Taylor. And lane 8, Ryan Gray.
47.7 from Boswell puts him inside the top 7 in the nation. Pretty good company. A little slower on the outs here, 24.6s, 24.9s.
Yeah, Platt looks awfully comfortable here, and you know, again, just find that way to get your hand on the wall in that top 8 and then really throw it down in the evening. Great swim happening in lane 6 for John McHugh. Gonna go from 53 down to 51. Yeah, KZoo definitely has some great backstrokers. Another young event there too.
Right into the women's 100 back, right into circle seated heats.
Yeah, only 3 heats of the women's back. Lane number 1 from Albion College, you've got Olivia Perfilli. Lane 2, Jocelyn Hobbs. Lane 3, Lily Ryden. Lane 4, Sadie Norman. Lane 5, Maddie McInerney. Lane 6, Ashley Geddes. Lane 7, Rachel Hitonic. And lane 8, Katie Flynn.
Our top seed, Sarah Kraus, at 55.79, currently sits 16th in the nation.
Sarah's got to be considered the favorite here for sure. She's our current MIAA record holder. Great underwaters there from Sadie Norman and Calvin.
Backstroke, much like butterfly, become very underwater dominant. If you're fast underwater, you can probably put together a pretty good 100 fly, pretty good 100 back.
No question, not a whole lot of, not a stroke into it. We got anytime you're talking to European swimmers, you ask about short course swimming, all they say is turns. Yep, lots of turns. I think Gretchen Walsh took 13 strokes the other day to go 19.9 in the 50 freestyle, and 13 total strokes. That's awfully impressive.
They are, that looked like an easy 19.9.
as easy as that could look, right? 58-59 is our top seed right now. That's Sadie Norman from Calvin. We're into heat number 2. All right, lane 1, Maya Kinnaman. Lane 2, Sophia Flores. Lane 3, Avery Bills. Lane 4, Katie Herman. Lane 5, Paige Potter. Lane 6, Annie Schnell. Lane 7, Lauren Robertson. And lane 8, Lauren Bailey.
Last year it took 59.6 to make it back top 8. 27.6 on the way out there for Herman.
Katie was 56.6 in this event last year and was second place to Sarah Kraus.
Trying to pull her teammates, Bills and Potter, along with her, middle of the pool.
Potter, a freshman out of the Lake Orion area, a Liquid Lightning kid growing up.
Herman, the savvy sophomore, pulling her freshman teammates down the pool.
The old veteran here.
Yes.
57.44 for Katie Herman. That's going to get her healthily into the final.
Certainly seemed to have worked. 58.33 from Potter, 59.58 from Bills. It's a nice second drop there for Bills.
Lauren Robertson there in lane 7 with a nice drop as well for Calvin. It's your new top qualifier. Katie Herman, a Farmington Hills Mercy product, swam for Coach Vinos. Alrighty, we're into heat 3. This is the last heat of the morning.
Probably worse ways to spend your swim practices than listening to Vinos' stories. And
I'm a little jealous. I imagine that's a good time.
yeah.
Lane 1, you got Marissa Luzak. Lane 2, Alexis Glazer. Lane 3, Madeline McGee. Lane 4, your top qualifier, Sarah Kraus. Lane 5, Emma Hartman. Lane 6, Katie Fiffin. Lane 7, Tori Beagle. And lane 8, Kalandra Jewell. Kraus 27.1, Hartman 27.5.
Hartman, a freshman. McGee in lane 3, also a freshman.
It's making for a really exciting time this weekend, especially tonight. Got a lot of championship finals going on. What do we got as far as relay action goes this evening?
What do we get tonight? 2 meds. Yeah, we get 2 meds. That's the only relay tonight.
56.80 from Sarah Kraus. That's going to be your top qualifier. Well, 2 medleys would be exciting for sure.
Absolutely.
Love those.
56.80 seconds from Hope, Sarah Kraus.
Top 8 from the men's 100 back. 8th place, Martinson from Calvin. 7th, McHugh from Hope. 6th, Fisher from Hope. 5th, Heika from KZoo. 4th, Pickrell from KZoo. 3rd, Platt from Calvin. 2nd, Kalkman from Hope. And top seed heading into tonight with that 47.7, Bajwa from Calvin. That's 3 Hope, 3 Calvin, 2 KZoo.
Okay. Yeah, definitely Kalamazoo really making a statement there with their backstroke swimmers.
Not seeing any swimmers queuing up for any time trials.
Should be it for the swimming this morning. Now we transfer over to the diving portion. We've got the men's 3-meter this morning prelims.
I think they already ran it. They are shut down. stick with you till we get the women's 100 back, hopefully up on the board. Give you that rundown, and then we'll sign off for the morning. If we get them.
Your preliminary results here in the 3-meter diving. 7th place, Jose Torres Rios from KZoo. 6th was Joey Gillengerton from Hope. 5th was Justin Romero from Hope. 4th, Jeremy Romero from Albion. 3rd, Will Goodpaster from Calvin. 2nd, Jason Perez from Calvin. And your top qualifier going into tonight in the men's 3-meter diving is Ewan Tungson from Hope College.
Big team points there as well. 3 Hope, 2 Calvin. Always looking at those up downs, trying to figure out how the team scoring might trend.
I imagine even the diving side to be a little bit rowdy tonight.
It was rocking last night.
Was it? That's awesome.
It came down to the last dive. Goodpaster ripped inward 2.5 to take the win.
All right.
A guy and a girl from the 200 measure relay from Calvin University Day Relay, please come to the scorer's table. Thank you.
Still waiting on those women's 100 back results.
I love the day of technology that we get to coach in now and be a part of, but it is a little bit frustrating waiting on those results. But I think it's probably better than the old postage sheet results that we certainly waited for. We're in this day and age now where we expect everything immediately into our hands. So
there we have the women's 100 back, and 8th Schnell of KZoo, another KZoo backstroker. 7 Glazer from Albion. 6th McNierney from Calvin. 5th Norman from Calvin. 4th Potter from Hope. 3rd Hartman from Hope. 2nd Herman from Hope. And your top seed at 56.8, Kraus from Hope. So four Hope swimmers sitting 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 Calvin swimmers, 5 and 6, and then Albion and KZoo.
That's going to be quite the advantage for the Flying Dutch this evening in that 1, 2, 3, 4 spot of the backstroke. But no points have been scored yet. You certainly have Sadie Norman and McNerney and Glazer and Schnell that can really have something to say about that top 4 finish.
Yeah, absolutely. Norman seems to be a nighttime swimmer as well. Looks forward to those evening swims.
Never can tell, too, because those top seeds are generally factoring into relays, so they've maybe burned it up a little bit more on one of those relays, and then they got to come back in their individual swim and throw down there as well. Yeah,
this is my only session I get to do with you. How do you help your athletes manage energy levels over a 3 or 4 day meet?
Yeah, so it's really a balance and something that you train for all season, right? It's a little bit different with this 4-day format than most any, because you don't just get to be fast over 2 sessions. You got to be fast for 8 sessions, essentially, really 7 with this setup. And so yeah, you train for it and you just talk about it every day about this is what we're planning on, and man, do we want to be fast on Friday like we were on Thursday? And the answer is always yes. So anytime anybody's complaining about the work, you just point to that and say we got to get going. So
you bet. Yeah.
But yeah, and it's also the way you pick your events too. You just do things that are realistic. I know I've talked to a couple of swimmers this week that are pulling off some really tough doubles, and you make that plan ahead of time, and it usually makes it easier to do physically and mentally.
And then talk a little bit about recovery between sessions. I mean, obviously now it's at 11:20. We're back at 5 o'clock, racing again tonight.
Yeah.
What do you do for those 4.5 hours?
Well, everybody's staying in a hotel is get some food in you, get yourself recharged, get back to the hotel, and I'm a big nap guy. Get that nap in, and especially for these college kids, they're not accustomed to napping at noon during the week, and boy, it can really recharge you getting that. And also, I know a lot of kids are into the ice bath thing, and that's another great recovery tool. And legs up as well.
Yeah.
When we go to the really big meets across the country, you've got all kinds of tech. People getting into those leg recovery sleeves, and yeah, I mean anything they can possibly do. Last week at GLIAX, which was hosted here, we had a lot of kids in like those Kobe Bryant shooting sleeves type look.
Compression sleeves.
Yeah, compression sleeves. There you go. That's not a bad look. And if it's going to help you, whether it's mentally or actually physically, let's do it.
And that is 100% true. Whether it actually has a positive effect or it has a positive mental effect, either works.
All right, we got a time trial going here in lane 4. Either a time trial or a reswim, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
for those at home, sometimes, if you have a malfunction, maybe a block, or, we saw yesterday with a little bit of a issue with lane 6 in the prelims, you get another shot to take your shot to, you swim it on your own, but you get a shot to take a look at your race again and maybe have a different outcome, because we all want everybody to have a fair start, no matter where we are.
Yeah, little wedge malfunction yesterday morning.
Yeah, it looked like it. Yeah, we replaced it. I don't think we've had any issues since, so that's always good. Boy, with the amount of meets we host here at the Aquatic Center, your facility takes a beating. I think that's an underrated part of it.
Swimmers don't always treat those wedges delicately.
No, they don't. Well, they don't get great examples, right, from the Olympics. You got guys beating on themselves, beating on the equipment, and whatever gets you excited, man. I want these kids to swim as fast as they can. 0047 there in the one fly. See if that has any bearing, if that's a time trial, or maybe that might affect the outcome of some previous races.
Next up is the heat of the women's 200-yard freestyle. From Hope College, Maddie O'Donnell. Mr. Carter.
Maddie O'Donnell, Hope College here.
Looks like these are time trials. Looks like we might have a couple more heats there, guys standing behind the blocks. This is Maddie O'Donnell of Hope College. I think I heard that over the announcements at least.
Not exactly sure the distance that she's time trialing.
I thought they said 2 free.
2 free. Looks like a 2 free out.
Say we do our best coach impression here. No counter down there, so we know we're not doing anything past it. 27.8 out. How do you like time trials, Coach? You a time trial guy or no?
When it's needed. Especially if you've got an exhibition swimmer that's maybe limited in what they're able to do, not able to get relay swims in, things like that. I think it's worthwhile. I think sometimes if you really see something that wasn't done well in an individual event, and you're here, you're rested.
Right.
If we can correct something and figure something out for the future, absolutely.
I don't know if you're like me. I've been doing this a long time as far as the coaching thing, and gosh, I can't look at a kid and say, no, you can't do that.
Right.
You're not able to do that, because I've been proven wrong enough times as a young coach. I'm like, hey, let's get up there and you prove to me that you can do it, and if we get there, then heck, that's a great day.
Absolutely, yeah. My least favorite time trial story is from 2020. Driving to the state meet with my guys. We were supposed to be at Oakland and get the call Thursday afternoon on our way over that things are shut down for the vid. Turn around, drive back home, and I had to do everything in my power to have our admin allow us to time trial on Friday after school. We were supposed to shut down. Everybody was supposed to go home.
Right.
And we had a real good state team that year. Ended up breaking a couple team records, brought an official in, and we time trialed in our home pool.
Nice.
That was hard. Yeah. But I'm glad we had the opportunity to do it.
Get some great swims out of that?
We did. Yeah, broke a couple team records.
I say count them, right? I would definitely count that.
Yeah, for sure. So, happened to be my oldest son's senior year with his buddies. It was hard. Yeah, it was hard.
What a bizarre time. I remember saying, "All right, we'll see you Monday."
Yeah.
To these kids, and didn't see them again for 3-4 months, and just bizarre. Like a little breaststroke time trial here. Yeah, that was just so tough, especially for those seniors that were never going to swim again, and getting them the opportunity to swim. I don't think a lot of teams got that, so it was great that you guys pulled that off.
Yeah, we actually hosted. Dexter was over. I think their meet was supposed to be here.
Sure.
And Coach McHugh called me up while we were driving home and said, "Hey, any chance we could get in your pool before we drive home?"
Yeah.
They come over on Thursday, get a swim in, typically, and then head to their hotel. And I said, absolutely. Called one of my assistants that was at home, and they got the pool set up for them. And we actually got back to the pool right about when they were starting their time trial, so we were able to cheer them on. And had some quick swims there from Coach McHugh, McHugh's guys.
Could have been a great little dual meet there with a bunch of guys suited and shaved and everything.
Yeah, if we hadn't driven halfway across the state and driven back, I might have said, let's do it.
No question.
Nice 58.4 there from the swimmer in lane number 4 in the 100 breast.
Like Calvin University night. It's like they could, no, got a couple more waiting behind here, and maybe one more heat of time trials.
It's crazy how many of these swimmers have a last name Streamline.
Right. Nice ad or plug for the Streamline service, I suppose.
You bet. It does make viewing very nice.
Yeah.
We didn't have it Wednesday night, but it was up and running yesterday for prelims, and that made it real nice watching prelims yesterday morning while I was working.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is a great time. I'm really enjoying. This is my second one this week, and I've had a blast. And I thank you for joining me this morning. It's been a real good time.
Yeah, it's always fun to, now I'm living the AD life. Don't get around the pool as often, but have a few more years living the AD life, and then I'm hoping to get back coaching somewhere.
Nice.
So I miss the daily training.
Yeah, for sure.
Daily training, championship meets. That was what I really enjoyed.
Are you getting a little bit more time for the family now? Or are you?
Yeah, I mean it's home life is very different. Each year it evolves a little bit more. My oldest is a senior at Grand Valley. My middle's a sophomore at Central. My youngest is involved in anything and everything.
Okay.
He's a senior this year, auditioning for Saxophone Studios for next year. And so he's super involved in anything music related, theater related. And he likes to be busy.
That's fantastic.
So yeah, my wife's a CPA, so tax season. It's you just
this time of year, right?
Make a bunch of food on Sunday and eat off from it all week, and
sure.
Try to spend as much time together as we can on Saturdays and Sundays.
I think this is a wrap here. This is a 26:67 out. Alma College swimmer there in lane 4. Well, I'm hoping that tonight's just as electric as it was last night. Like I said, watching the live stream, you could tell how loud this place got, and there's nothing better for me. Obviously I'm a swimming fan, but when this place gets going, man, it's a good time. And
it was rocking. The pool was lined, the stands were loud. So Ted and I will be back tonight, and then you get tomorrow night, right?
I get tomorrow evening with Ted, so
nice.
we're sharing him.
Nice.
Yeah. I think Kobus might be back tomorrow morning.
I don't know.
Yeah, I got to look at the schedule. But, hey, it should be a great time, and thanks, everybody, for joining us, and good luck to all teams this evening.
You bet.